So, Anthony, what does Speaker Ryan have to say in his remarks to make the pitch to the American people that tax reform is the best way, both personally for individuals and for businesses, to get this economy further growing?
Well, I think he does a very effective job in terms of letting people know that at the end of the day, corporate profits, it's not a inanimate object. It's actually people that are paying those taxes. And so I think the first thing they're going to do is explain the reduction in corporate profit in terms of corporate taxes will lead to higher jobs and better wages. So I think he'll do a very good job of that. The secondary piece of this thing, which I think is super important, we have 75,000 pages of code that have been layered on since 1986.
Yeah.
And I think the Speaker does a very good job of explaining just by simplifying that. And whatever the revenue characteristics are, just a simplification will lead to better understanding, better accountability, better revenues in the system, and a cleaner system. And so, listen, we're a generation plus 6 years away from the last reform. It's got to be reformed now.
You're absolutely right. And Paul Ryan has called this transformational tax reform, that this is going to be once in a generation.
The president wants it.
Yeah, and how can he make this happen, having so many wobbles on health care?
Well, let's be optimistic for a moment. Let's say that we dress up the health care thing and we get that voted on and passed, and then that gives him the ammo necessary to get the tax reform. And I'll make a very bold prediction here. There will be some Democrats that vote on the tax reform, because even President Obama said before he left office that the highest corporate tax rates in the industrialized world, which is the United States, is unsustainable for the American economy. So I predict we get the health care resolved and you get some Democrats crossing the aisle to reform the tax code.